brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this New Year's Day matchup. It's the Lions and the Hawks, next on Madden Football.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory...
Ready to get us started, the RC punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
On second down, there's the option going left. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action, now it's Lance. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. This is Swift on the counter. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That's on Teron Armstead, the left tackle. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Third and long, it's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
To throw is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The Lance going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lance. And he fires one incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Lance. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Adams. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Lance. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's Lance. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Shotgun now for Lance. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. On play action, Lance. And it's complete to Adams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Here's Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Lance. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time a 9-play drive. So only even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. On the return, Deontay Harris. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the ground with a tight end. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They go play action now. Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. Wilson will throw again. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
Able to shake him off. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught. A big play there for Detroit.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Swift.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Patrick Ricard.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Those
are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and handle it a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Lance now on first down.
Buying time to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
From midfield, here's Lance.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
On first down, Lance.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Back to the running game with Swift.
He will push his way down to about the 14. The Lions on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Lance now to throw.
He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
This has been a long drive. You got
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here from the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they take a 17-14 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. You know, normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, oh, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball game, I agree with you. Not happy at all. Trying to figure out how to up his game and inspire his teammates to do the same.
That's a true leader. From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The Lance going to throw.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Seahawks have recovered. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the football team who get the victory at home. Taylor Heineke leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And that game's gone to the half, all even at 10-10. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. From the 27, Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to face a third down. Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on third down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Second down at 5.
And they give this time to the tailback. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Third and 2, now Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Now for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A 10-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On play action, Lance looking deep for Adams. And it is incomplete. They had a defender running right with it. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Julian Okwara drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys,
Can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football.
So out now come the Lions. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Here's Lance. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Take him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. He'll find Everett there, complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They'll go option to the short side. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
It's Wilson on the option.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Another shot now for this Lions offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Lance. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Forced out to his left. Room to run past midfield.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
From the 31, Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Now comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now a handoff looking right. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Seahawks on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Wilson working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. They're still tied. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Lance now to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Lance.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught, that they say, out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Wilson's going to hold on to it.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And in for the Lions touchdown. Davante Adams. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs.